At the end of the day, I'm doing what feels right for me and chasing down my dream. So you ever heard of toe ties? Well, maybe you're looking in to see if the hype is really worth it. Are they really worth the money and switching out of those wax laces that you've had on your pads for ages? Well, I switched to toe ties almost 5 years ago, and I've used just about every brand in the market. We're talking Monster Hall Strap, the Bauer CRS, Brian Smart Strap, Warrior ARS, the Vaughn laces, whatever they're calling those, Pro laces, you name it, I've tried them all. Now, I'll start off by saying I am very biased towards toe ties, and so are the manufacturing companies, because everybody has switched over to them for their stock retail model pad now. Vaughn switched to toe ties in the V9 model. Brian ships all their genetic and optic pads with toe ties. Bauer has the Monster Hall Straps, so that they now have a Bauer logo on because they don't want you knowing it's Monster Hall Straps for reasons that we'll touch on later in the video. Warrior has the ARS, CCM has the modified Pro laces, True and Lefebvre also use the Pro laces. Everybody's using toe ties, and they're all having different pros and cons, but let's talk about skate laces first, because it's probably what you're using. Skate laces, they're tried and true. They're exactly what everybody's used for the last 15 years. Reason being is that it's what we've been told works. It's what companies have shipped all their retail pads with for years, but the problem is with the introduction of the RVH and the adoption of a butterfly-dominated game, mostly being played on your knees, guys are starting to notice that these laces, they're not helping. Actually, they're speeding up the breakdown of your hips, knees, and ankles. Well, in 2016, a company called Monster Hockey came on the scene, and they revolutionized the industry. They changed goaltending, if you ask me, because with their bungee toe tie system, a lot of people, myself included, thought that this was just dinky and it wasn't going to work, but after you tried it, there was absolutely no going back. It released all the stress in your joints. It helped out with a lot of post-play, but the big problem that a lot of people found, myself included, was that the responsiveness was slow and sloppy. Basically, that these toe ties were so stretchy that they really didn't give you much response or feel. It felt disconnected from your leg and the pad. There was no connection point or communication line between the two of them anymore. Guys want to feel the game, and the constant slack on the toe ties didn't help, but it also ruined the durability. You'd likely get about 1 to 2 months on a set before they'd break, and then you'd have to get a new set. Well, multiply 5 sets times $30 US. Well, that isn't cheap over the course of a season, and if I was doing that over the last 5 years, I'm spending almost $1,000 on laces because they keep breaking. But after that, companies like Bauer tried doing a skate lace that performed like a Hall Strap bungee, and they called it the CRS. It had traits of the Hall Strap, but it lasted all 3 skates. I had them on the 1S line that I had when Bauer was sending me free sets of gear. Then Brian's came out with a Smart Strap, and what you thought it had to be good. I mean, they were the first company to bring Velcro straps and their Smart Strap to the market, but it lacked that feel that I'd come to love from Monster. It didn't spring back the pad and have it sit on the skate as high as what I would have liked what the Monsters helped to do. It didn't rotate the same. It wasn't the same product that Monster had. Monster had the Brian Smart Straps defeated any day of the week, and I used these Smart Straps for a while on my custom Brian set before I said, you know what, I gotta go back to the Monster Halls. After that, Warrior came out with their ARS toe ties, and they're the stock ones on their G4s. I had them on my G4 demo set that Warrior sent me, and then my custom G4 set as well. But the ARS really wasn't a toe tie. It was more of a strap that hooked around the front toe of your skate, and it seriously lacked the give and the slack that the other toe ties had, especially when you're on the post. It didn't help with the RV8 steel. It just, overall, it wasn't, I don't even know why I would call it a toe tie. It was just a strap. Even Vaughn sent me a full free set of V9s last year, and their toe ties, they were weird. They were stretchy, but they weren't too stretchy. They had these like buckled clip-on straps that just really didn't make sense to me. I don't know. All the companies are trying to do, they're taking a toe tie, but here's the thing. This is where things changed for me. It changed my life, and it changed how I play goal. Enter Pro laces. My buddy John over the GoalNet on Instagram. He's a great guy, and he's been a day one supporter of myself, and I'm proud to call him a friend. Johnny sends me a message and says, hey, let me get you set up with Pro laces. Trust me, this is what you need. Okay, well, lo and behold, this is exactly what the doctor ordered, because Pro laces had the feel of Monster Hall straps, but with durability and customer service that would actually back the product if there was any issues. I started with the Pro laces standard model, which is just a bungee, just like Monster or the CCM stock toe ties, but then I slowly got introduced into the Armor, and the Armor toe ties are a regular bungee with an armor cord around them to provide more pull, so they don't feel as sloppy like the Monster Hall straps they did, so there are no more ripping of the laces, no more getting pissed off, no more mad customers sending pissed off emails that your toe ties broke in the middle of a game. What am I supposed to do? It fixed all of this. These are the stock laces on all True pads now, and they're a retail option as well as Pro Laces Armor. I will say, if I do have one knock on stock Pro Laces and toe ties together as an industry, it's whether they're Vaughn, Brian's, Bauer, CCM, True, it doesn't matter. Directly, toe ties as an industry, nobody considered specific needs. It was just simply, you want some toe ties? Here you go. Well, what if I'm a bigger guy? What if I'm 6'5"? What if I'm a shorter guy? What if I'm an absolute monster on the ice and I have huge feet, therefore I have huge skates, and there's going to be more stretch in the lace? What if I'm just lazy and I don't want to deal with putting on screws and nuts and bolts, having to tighten the screws on my pads, my toe bridge every 2 weeks, and they fall off during a game, and now I'm screwed? Well, all these questions are questions that I had and that I wanted answered last year. So I hit up Mike at Pro Laces and I said, Mike, I want to make something that fixes and addresses the needs of these people, myself included. So Behold the birth of the Trav Spec. Now, these were the longest toe ties ever created. The most stretch of any toe tie, but it still has lots of responsiveness, the most durable ever since the cord is longer, and a toe tie that truly reaches from the front to the back of the skates so that it's evenly dispersing the strain when you're in your RVH or transitioning in your knees. Traditionally, toe ties are so short that they cover only 1/2 or even 1/3 of your skate, but these cover the whole skate. They're also a lace-in toe tie, so again, no screws, no nuts and bolts coming undone, no hassle. You tie these laces in once and you're set for life. They won't break on you and they'll fit any pad with the exception of Vaughn V9s, because Vaughn, I don't know what the hell they're doing. They have these weird toe bridges where you can't actually install a third-party lace, but if you buy this toe bridge, it's like a Vaughn accessory piece that you can buy. This will fix the problem. It's $10. You put it on and now you can add any toe bridge accessory you want, any laces you want, you're good to go. Now, I want you to keep in mind, I am very biased. I have a product with my goddamn name on it, but if you got bad hips, bad knees and ankles, your RVH is maybe a little bit lacking, or let's just say you want your pad to sit a little bit higher up, toe ties can seriously help you. Now, whether you go pro laces, stock toe ties, another retail pad, I don't care. I think everybody should have a set of toe ties. I don't even care if you support the ones with my name on it. You got to get a set of toe ties because they're revolutionary and they changed goaltending. They're still changing goaltending. And also, this isn't 2006 anymore. You don't need to have wax skate laces on your pads. Times are changing here. If you're a small kid, maybe you got 28-inch pads, you got size 5 skates, well, yeah, the Trav Specs are not going to be the best for you because you can't put the full length of that lace to use. But if you're a big guy, you got big feet, you're still using cowlings like me, or you're just tired of feeling broken on the ice from the constant RVHs, the post transitions, the butterfly motions, then the Trav Specs were built for you. The Trav Spec 2 launches on September the 12th, so if you're watching this video before then, well, you're still getting a great set of laces, but if you want custom colors, your name on it, the whole shebang, I would highly suggest you wait. Yes, I know, I'm telling you not to buy my product. Wait till September the 12th. The Trav Spec 2 is going to launch. You can pick up a pair from the link in the video description, get all the custom features you want, and I even got a $5 promo code for you when you order them. You use the promo code TRAVSUCKS. Yes, this code does say that I suck, and it's all in caps because you're supposed to shout it when you use it. I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned something out of this video. Hit the subscribe button if you want to learn more about goaltending, gear, or pro hockey, because guess what? I play pro hockey over in Sweden, and if you decide that you hate me and you never want to watch another one of my videos again, well, there's also an unsubscribe button, both of which are free to do so. Again, thank you very much for watching. Hope you learned something. Hope you pick up a set of toe ties in the future, and I'll see you in the next video on the Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning uploads. Talk to you later.